I caught my roommate stealing from me, so I replaced her shampoo with hair removal cream. My roommate Maya had been borrowing my stuff for 6 months. It started small: my expensive Cetaphil face wash, my iPhone charger, my favorite coffee mug. Then I started recognizing my clothes in her Instagram stories and TikToks. But the final straw was finding my mom's vintage Cure t-shirt crumpled in Maya's dirty laundry hamper. This wasn't just any shirt. My mom wore it to see the Cure live in 1989 when she was in college. She gave it to me before she died 2 years ago. It's literally the only thing I have left of her youth. When I confronted Maya, she just rolled her eyes and sighed. "Oh my god, you're being so dramatic right now. I was totally gonna wash it and give it back." Like it was no big deal that she'd worn my most precious possession to some random grimy house party where it got covered in beer and cigarette smoke. I was furious, but I didn't want to do anything truly harmful. I decided to mess with her ridiculously expensive $80 Olaplex shampoo bottle. My plan was simple: squeeze in some blue food coloring, just enough to tint her perfect blonde hair slightly green for about a week. Petty and annoying, but completely harmless. At 2 a.m. that night, I snuck into our shared bathroom with a bottle of blue food coloring from the kitchen. I found the white shampoo bottle under the sink where Maya always kept her fancy hair products, squeezed in about 10 drops of coloring, and shook it up. The next morning, I woke up to absolutely blood-curdling screams echoing from our bathroom. I expected to find Maya furious about having slightly green-tinted hair. Instead, I found her sobbing hysterically on the tile floor, completely surrounded by thick clumps of blonde hair. "What the hell did you do to me?" she cried, holding up a massive handful of her own hair that had just fallen out in the shower. My heart immediately sank into my stomach. "Maya, I swear I only put food coloring in your shampoo bottle. That's literally all I did." That's when I noticed the white bottle sitting on the shower shelf. It wasn't her expensive Olaplex shampoo. It was my bottle of Nair hair removal cream. Same exact size, same white packaging, stored in the same spot under the bathroom sink where I kept it for shaving my legs. In the pitch-black bathroom at 2 a.m., I had grabbed the completely wrong bottle. Maya's scalp was bright red and covered in patchy bald spots. Some areas looked chemically burned and angry. She had gone from gorgeous, long blonde hair to looking like she had some kind of disease. "I think I need to go to the hospital," she whispered, staring at her destroyed reflection in complete horror. The emergency room visit ended up costing $400 just for them to flush her scalp and give her medicated cream. The dermatologist we saw the next day delivered even worse news. Some of the hair follicles were permanently damaged from the chemical burn. Maya would need months of expensive laser treatments, and she'd probably always have thin spots where her hair would never grow back normally. But here's the part that absolutely destroyed me. While Maya was at her dermatologist appointment getting her ruined scalp examined, I went to finally throw away my mom's Cure t-shirt, assuming it was completely ruined from her night out, except it wasn't in her dirty laundry basket anymore. It was hanging up clean in my closet, on my good wooden hangers. Maya had already carefully hand-washed it with special vintage fabric detergent and hung it up to air dry properly. She had returned my most precious possession before I even confronted her about it. I accidentally gave my roommate permanent hair loss and disfiguring chemical burns over a t-shirt she'd already cleaned and lovingly returned. A shirt she probably only borrowed because she thought it was cool and vintage, not because she wanted to hurt me. Maya moved out exactly 3 days later, wearing a $200 synthetic wig she'd ordered online. She blocked my number and won't respond to any of my texts or Instagram messages. Her social media is now full of posts about toxic roommates and be careful who you trust with your life. I keep staring at that Cure t-shirt hanging perfectly in my closet. It smells like Maya's expensive, gentle detergent and my overwhelming guilt. I can never wear it again without remembering what I did to an innocent person. Sometimes when you think you're teaching someone a lesson, you end up learning one about yourself instead. And sometimes that lesson is discovering you're capable of truly terrible things when you let anger control you.